All right. Theme song. This is the theme song for When Wife Gives You Lemons. This is the theme song. This is fucking what you get. Don't ask for more. Because it's bullshit.
And welcome back to When Wife Gives You Lemons.
We missed you guys last
Starring
week.
me with some joy. Yeah, we missed everybody last week, but I think our weeks had just finally caught up with us, and we were just going, and we just had to have a day off. So I begged for it. Joy said no. I said please. And then I touched her butt, and she said fine.
I thought we weren't going to tell people that you touched my butt.
Well, not like that.
Oh.
No, you just told everybody I touched your butt.
Just kidding.
I feel like that Will Ferrell character in freaking Internship, and he's like, life-changing, man.
Just kidding.
He's all, dude, that's my sister. So yeah, we're here. We probably have a whole bunch of stuff because congratulations to Selena and Anthony, our nephew and niece.
Yay!
They've been together for a long time, but they got married. It was actually a beautiful ceremony, and it was they're gorgeous little babies, and they got to me because I remember them all as little tiny little baby infants, and yeah, even I was a little misty-eyed. But I've been kind of a roller coaster. I've been going up and down lately for some reason, but it was a little bit emotional at times because of those stupid kids.
Oh, I was fine. I didn't cry at all.
Fucking liar.
Apparently,
I just showed that I wasn't a man. Like
apparently,
I was a little baby.
I was the first one. Okay, so Anthony...
You probably cried on the way to the thing, and I didn't see you.
So Anthony is a Star Wars fan, and when he came out to the altar, he came out to the Star Wars, and it was just so Anthony that I was all... And then seeing my nieces and my nephew just walking down like adults just fucked me up hard. And then seeing like the little kids. Oh, did you hear that? Then seeing the little kids, they were carting down the babyest of all the babies right now.
Oh my God, yeah. That was...
In a wagon. And I'm like, well, fuck me, silly man. Like,
see, I did really good until Brandy came down the aisle, our other niece, and they're like 3 days apart. And they've always been really close. And so, they're like little sisters. Uh-huh. And both of them I can remember as they were the first. Uh-huh. They were the babies. Uh-huh. And I remember coming home and like, I'm taking these babies. Right. You know what I mean? And they, I always wanted, it hurt. Like I saw Brandy, and then I look at Selena, and I was like, you guys suck.
And fucking Haley's a goddamn adult, and Gabe.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of which, that's going to lead me to my first note.
Okay, but also, I just have to say, fucking Caleb. We'll get into this later, but...
We will. We'll move on to the wedding, but...
They're going down the aisle, and I was like, man, it's like, they look so good. I was like, fucking look at Garrett. And Caleb goes, that was Garrett. I was like, yes. And Garrett has been around since the little kids
like
were
9 or 8 years old.
So Caleb was all, he did look good.
He cleans up nice. Look at that.
Fucking Caleb,
that was
man.
ruthless. So my first note.
Is this the one that you needed to write down, but you didn't write down because you said you weren't going to forget?
No, that one I'll tell you. But my first note is we found out that we have another listener.
Uh-huh.
Right? And this listener has listened to all of them and loves it and cracks up. And I was surprised, right? Remember, we have all our listeners, and she requested to be listener number 30.
Is this Haley?
Yes.
Okay, and she also wants to be a guest.
She also requested, yes, she does want to be a guest. She also requested to be introduced as listener 30, Haley M.G. Milligan squared. There might have been something else in there, but I was cracking up too hard. So, listener 30, what up? Appreciate you. Much love. Thanks for listening. Tell all your friends how cool we are. Or aren't. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But just tell them.
She's the
Go listen.
best.
I'm related to these fucking idiots.
So when I was actually getting cut off from drinking at the wedding, Haley was the one who saved me.
What, she sneak you more drinks?
No, she was like, she just grabbed me and was like, "You're coming with me." And I was like, "Bye."
Why were you getting cut off?
Well, it's not a bad thing, and I don't want it just...
Were you cutting yourself off?
No, Tyler and Aubrey came up to me, and they were like, "Hey, is that your last drink?" Or no, Tyler goes, "That's your last one, right?" And I was like, I'm the adult. And,
yes, Mom.
And then Aubrey's like, "Well, you didn't want to get drunk like you did at the author signing and puke, so we're just like, we want this to be your last
trying
one.
to take care of you."
And I was like I didn't know what to say because I knew, but also like, I don't know. I also have a huge bias with the God stuff, so it triggers me, and it's not their fault. It's me. Like, it's me. But I was like, okay. And then Haley just grabbed me, and she's all, "Leave her alone." And then we just
off you went.
pranced off.
So this other note I have about the wedding that I was going to write down, but I said, "Oh, I'll remember." So there were some people leaving. They're like they're part of. They're not really part of the family, but they are part of the family.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to out anybody.
I got it. Yeah.
So they were leaving, and I said, "It's great to see you guys. I don't see you guys very much." And I shake dude's hand, and I said, "It's good to see you," to the lady, and I give her a hug, and I said, she goes, "Well, stay out of trouble." I said, "Well, you know me, I'm a troublemaker," and she goes, "You always have been." Now you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
And I looked at her like, wow, like it's there. This lady can never not take a jab at me when she gets an opportunity. I mean, and she just cleanly just, and it gets me every freaking time. And this has gone on for 20-something years.
Because the same people said something, and I was like, yeah, like I quit my job and I started my own business and I'm having the time of my life. And she's like, "Well, you always were the wild one."
That's what I'm saying. You know what it reminds me of? Do you remember the at first the relationship we had at first with Tyler's grandparents when we went through the door? It feels very much like that. Like they kind of would take a couple shots once in a while at us, but like just these like clean little playful little like backhanded like
cat paws.
You're doing great, but why? Like I don't right, but I mean now we all get along great, right?
No, it was
I just thought it was funny that this lady is like, "You always have been," and I was like, "What the fuck, lady?"
It's just funny
and
because I'm not kidding. They were like, "Well, you're always the crazy one," and I'm all.
And then I also did think like, yeah, well. She's kind of right.
And it's true.
Look, I've been the black sheep of my family my whole life. It's not going to change. Even if I won $1 gazillion, I'd still be like the black sheep kid. Like, oh, now they just gave him money. Yeah. Jesus. God help us. So those were my two big nopes that I had to remember. And the other one was talking about listener number 30, who I was excited that she listened.
She's the best.
She's one of my favorites for sure.
She's the fucking best, man.
And her guy who was listener, I think he's like listener like 14. I have to ask him. I don't remember what his number was.
Okay.
Because it's been a while since we talked about him, but he's like, I listen all the time, and he's like an awesome kid. Him and his brother, and I freaking love those guys.
Right.
Anyway, so. On to the wedding. We went to the wedding. That was a gorgeous ceremony. My parents were there. Everybody, it was nice to see them. So then we went to the reception, and then dancing, and people were getting. There were some people getting pretty hammered. My dad was like, that one guy. He's all, guys, just fucking hammered. Like all night my dad's like, I've been watching him, he's fucking hammered.
Well, so I turn bright red when I cry, so fucking I I finally got my color back to normal because the maid of honor, Brandy, and then the bridesmaids made me laugh because they came up on Power Wheels.
Okay, so when they come up on Power Wheels and then Shauna's driving the bigger one.
No, Shauna's on top, and I was like,
Okay, so when they came around that little corner and it started sliding on the concrete and the little hubcap flew off of the one, I go, oh my God, they're going to crash. I have to get my phone. And I couldn't. I was like, that would be amazing. I love them, but that would have been the most amazing moment.
Well, I was worried for Shauna. I was like, Shauna, oh shit.
And I love them. I wouldn't want them to get hurt, but goddamn, that would have been funny.
Well, then I finally get back to normal color, and then they do the first dance as husband and wife, and I'm okay. And then they invite their fucking kids on stage.
Then the babies get on stage.
So now it's all four of them, like, becoming this unit. And it just fucking, I was all, and I look back at your dad, like, I was all, this is fucking bullshit. And your dad's crying. And I was like, well, fuck me. I'm never going to be a normal color again. And now me and your dad are just like,
that's hilarious.
It was awful. But then, so I go up and I get my first margarita. And Caleb is, like at this point, he's like my shadow because he's not breaking away.
Okay, yeah, shadow. A 17-year-old, okay, allegedly a 17-year-old.
So he's following me, and I was like, if I can just have a couple sips. So he takes a couple sips, and now my kid, my little Gaby, is on the dance floor, just white boy dancing.
2 tiny sips, and he's like out there white boy dancing.
Just vibing. And then he comes back over, and he's having fun. And I'm like, you know what? He's with family. He's safe. Like, to me, it was the best time to get drunk. Because I'm like, you're safe. You're with family. You're with people who love you. Nothing's going to happen to you.
Hi. Child services?
We've got till March. It's fine. They're backdated.
Right? You're like, dude, come get us in March. What are you going to do? Right. Take them away till March?
And I'm like,
good. Save us some money.
Yeah. So I'm like, whatever. And it was fun, and he's having fun, and also like.
Actually, it was the most loose and fun I've ever seen him have.
Right, and also, if you don't make it taboo. It's not so much like, oh, we got to sneak it. Well, so I feel like,
right.
I don't know. Like
when I was little, when I was an early teen, allegedly, a family member would be like, hey, as long as you and your friends are staying here, and these are like best friends that I'm like growing up with,
right.
You know what I mean? So they know, we all know each other's families and all that. And my dad would be like, you guys could have a 6-pack. That's how you could have a 6-pack, but you guys got to give me your keys. No one's allowed to leave. You're here for the night. If you even try to leave, like it's like this big old thing. I'll fucking call your parents. Like it's a big old thing. And we were always cool with it because my parents had a pool table and shit. So we were like, okay, no problem. We'll play games all night.
And Caleb, like I said, so anyway, so I have my second margarita.
Allegedly.
Oh, no, I had it. And Caleb came over, and it was like halfway done, and I was like, do you want another couple sips? Because I see him having fun, and I want him to have fun.
So I'm going to get my kid loaded.
So he takes another sip, and then fucking allegedly Brandy walks over and goes, finish it. And Brandy has a good fucking mom face. I'm going to say, mama. So she's all, finish it. And he looks at me, allegedly. And I'm like... Yeah, allegedly. So Caleb finishes it. And now he's super white boy dancing on the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And he's having fun. And Haley and I are having fun. Haley is the only person who would ever get me on the dance floor to Bruno Mars. She knows that. Don't like Bruno Mars. So anyway, then, allegedly, we're all taking shots. Our son looks like a fucking adult. This child he's like over 6 foot.
Yeah, he's almost 6'1".
So the bartender
6'1", 240 pounds.
So the bartender hands him a shot.
And of course, he didn't say anything,
did he? I look and I go, okay, hold on. And I'm like, so I'm all, let's pour some out for the homies. So we poured some out for the homies. So there was like a fourth allegedly in it. And then, but I also thought it was cool.
So were you the homies?
Yeah. I was all, pour some out. All right. So then I was like, but it was cool too because he took a shot with all of us and we were all cheersing and it was like he was a part of a cheer. So that was cool.
Right. Like you felt like you was
And then he fucking at the end of the night just walked up to the bartender and was like, "Can I get a Truly?" And the bartender fucking handed him one.
I thought one of the other kids gave it to him.
No, he walked up and asked for it. Because Haley was like, "They're not going to card you. You're fine. You look like a giant." And he does. And
allegedly. We don't even remember where this place was.
So then he's on the dance floor and he's just, well, no. And then
somewhere west of here.
So then we're there and he's I'm talking to somebody who I used to work with her sister, but I also know her. And I'm talking to her and Caleb walks up and he's like, "Mom," and she's like, "Holy shit, is this your fucking kid?" And I go, "Yeah, it's one of the three." And then I pointed out Brody and Tyler. And she goes, "You are so pretty." And, like, proceeds to just, like, layer him with compliments. Like, "Have you ever thought about doing drag?" I was like, "Oh, I guess too fucking lazy for that shit." Right. And she's like, "Who did your makeup?" And I was like, "Eh." And she's
like, "This bitch did."
And I'm like, she's like, "Holy shit, Mom, you did such a good job." But she's just like, and it was all organic. It wasn't coming from me. Because I always tell Caleb how beautiful he is. But I know, and he's told me that he compares himself to Tyler, and that's just two different animals.
All three of our kids are.
Yeah, but Caleb's got this fucking jawline and these cheekbones that fucking can cut glass. They're so sharp.
Yeah, if he like worked hard and like got himself all cut and shredded, he'd be freaking.
Fuck, but even now he's still.
I mean, he's a good-looking kid.
His face is beautiful, but she was doing, and it just made me like. I
was making. I know. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. Go.
It was so nice. And then he's on the dance floor just fucking vibing, apparently, is the new word. So I'm like, well, I vibe, but that's in my top drawer. So,
it's middle drawer.
Okay, it's in my middle drawer. It's easier access than the top drawer, let's just be honest.
That's right.
So, yeah. Do you have something to say?
I don't remember now.
Oh, okay. So it was a beautiful wedding.
Fun.
And then, so coming home, I'm like, I need food because they didn't cut me off fast enough and I'm fucking hungry. So we go through In-N-Out and we're driving home and Caleb goes, "That was the best cheeseburger I've ever had." And we fucking laughed.
That's like his
hard.
first drunk cheeseburger.
And I was like,
It's the best goddamn food I've ever had.
I looked at John and I go, "I fucking remember that cheeseburger."
Dude, that's why everybody goes to like a Denny's after, because it makes that shit just like fucking thug life.
So good. Oh, and then he also said, which kind of like hit me, is he goes, "That was the first time I ever felt like I was a part of the family." Yeah. And I was all, "Caleb, I still haven't felt that."
Right? I don't either.
No, it was fun. It was fun. And then your parents came and saw my new place, which
actually, that was really cool.
I texted your mom and I was like, "I don't know if you guys have time." I go, "But I really would like you to see." I'm so proud of myself. And they came and they saw it, and that was cool.
Dumb.
It's not. It's mine.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so then, I have a couple things, but stupid little things that are just stupid funny. So John every night like knocks on our door because our wall connects to Caleb's room.
Right.
And he knocks on the wall and he says, "Feed Larry Geckinsall."
Larry's the Geckinsall. The story you can go back to. It's the gecko that ended up living with us from the pandemic, from his junior high school. Small world. Teacher ended up going to the same school I worked at, and we were talking. He goes, "You're your kids, Caleb?" And I went, "Oh my God, you're the fucking gecko guy." Ah! So that's the story. There you go.
Okay, so, but...
that was a good come on, that was awesome.
That was fantastic. So then... So John knocks and they yell at each other. It's a bonding thing. But there was
knock on. "Hey, Larry, I do every night." "No, you don't, because I get up and turn his lights off and make sure he has water. Make sure you don't starve him." So then there was a fly in our room and I kept hitting our wall. And every time I hit the wall, John would go, "Feed Larry." Like, yeah, we teamed up.
I loved it. It was funny.
It was funny.
I don't think anybody will get that. But then, okay, also, I think I might out someone, and I'm sorry, but actually, no, I'm not.
Uh-oh.
So, on my Instagram, It says, hold on. Your contact, Justin, which by the way is a fake name, I'm pretty sure, is on Instagram. It's a fake gram. It's a fake Instagram. It's somebody's troll Instagram account. Right. And I know their name's not Justin. I know it's somebody in my contacts that has a fake name because they have 0 posts and they're following all of these big booties. Big ass.
All big booties and
big
stuff.
Big booties. Big and cute. Somebody has.
Nice.
And it made me laugh because I'm all, who the fuck?
That's all they look at is big booties.
And it's a fake, it's just to watch porn on Instagram.
It's got to be an old guy.
It's my dad.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, it's my dad. I bet it's my dad. It's not as funny anymore. I don't think this... Okay.
It just got funnier.
It's my dad, isn't it? I think we're gonna skip all that.
Maybe we should end it right there. So when you said you were gonna accidentally out somebody, you said fuck it. Would you like to recant that?
I thought I was being funny, and I thought it was gonna be a funny story, and now I think I need therapy.
Oh, you've needed therapy for a long time.
Okay, so...
Oh, that was good.
So the other day...
That might be my favorite thing ever.
So the other day I was taking a walk, and it's like 5:45, and I'm walking, and the house on the corner, the one that looks like a cabin, on the corner, like where I walk.
Okay.
So I'm walking, and it's like 5:45, and like mariachi Hispanic music's playing, and I was like, fuck, man. And they have like party lights up, and I'm like, it's 5:45 in the morning.
Are they raging?
And these 2 ladies, I'm walking, and these 2 ladies walk out, and I go, are you guys just leaving this party? And they're both dressed up in Halloween costumes, and they're all, no. And I'm all, fucking right you are. And I was all, here I am fucking taking my morning walk, and you guys haven't even went to bed yet.
You guys have been raging all night.
And they were laughing. I was like, man, it sucks being fucking white sometimes.
I remember when I was young.
I was never young. My dad never let me.
He likes big booties, though. So I'm taking our 17-year-old to his first punk rock show. I'm taking him to see the Dead Kennedys. That's going to be fun. That's on Saturday night. I'm going to change his life. I'm going to push him in the pit, and then I'm going to walk away.
I think you should push him in the pit, but I think you should slug him once for me.
I'm just going to push him in the pit, and I'm going to walk away. I'm just going to go stand on wherever I can to watch the show and tell him that's where I'll be at the end of the day. Go.
So then...
Get in. Bounce around. Have fun. Get punched in the mouth. Don't get hurt, though.
The only other thing I have... Well, I have a bunch, but the only thing that would be fun is...
I know. The last Instagram thing was pretty fun.
I don't enjoy that at all.
So
Fuck, it
funny.
is, isn't it?
God damn it. That is so funny.
When I show you the fucking username, it's all going to fucking make sense.
It already does.
But when I show you the username, it's going to make even fucking more sense. And I don't know why I didn't fucking think of it.
And this person, you're all fun. And this person only follows.
Well, when you said it's an old man, I was all... I know him.
Instantly, I could have been one of the Mindhunter guys. I could have been a psychological hunter.
Oh, no.
I got that.
I hope we don't fuck up my kids the way that...
Oh, we already did. Ours are fucking ruined.
Yeah, but my parents were bad.
We got a chance. Maybe, what is it? One of the three might do something. I don't know which
well,
one.
if Caleb does drag, he could be one of those famous drag queens and fucking we'll just live off of him.
Well, they should all fucking get rich and let us live off of them because they've been fucking living off us forever.
Actually, no, I'm going to get rich because one of my books is going to become a Netflix series.
Yeah, so check that shit out. Okay, so are we closing?
No. I have one thing to say. Okay, so I also work at a spa because they take out taxes and blah, blah, blah. And then so anyway, the spa had an open house. And I was late because, first of all, they told me I didn't need to go. So I scheduled a massage, a very expensive massage. And then they're like, oh, Joy, we actually need you. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not canceling this massage because this is a lot of money. So they're like, that's fine. Just come in at 5. So I come in at 5. The party's already going. And then they're like, Joy. And I'm like, where do you want me? And they're like, go to the toner bar.
Explain what a toner bar is.
I don't know because I'm not that type of girl. I'm all, really?
All I think of is Pitch Perfect when she's all, you such guy. You said you got a toner for Jesse.
Yes, exactly. That's actually what I thought about. So, okay.
You're like, do you want me to go to the boner bar?
It was a DIY, do-it-yourself toner. I had to Google what toner was.
Like color toner type
No,
thing?
so it's basically, you put it in a spritz bottle and you spray your face. And
it's water.
And it makes your face like
So it's
tone.
water.
No, it's actually, if you guys want to do a DIY of your own toner, it is witch hazel.
I've got a huge toner right now.
So does my dad.
He's got a lot of followers. He follows a lot of them. Do any of them follow him back?
No. It's witch hazel, 3 drops vitamin E, and I was either giving them 3 drops lavender or 3 drops tea tree oil. Okay. Shut up, John. We're out of that. We're not in that anymore. So then...
I just keep thinking about it, and it's cracking me up. I'm sorry.
So then they were like... I had to pour. I have to pour stuff. I'm a klutz. Thankfully, they gave me a little tiny fucking funnel. But then this one lady starts yelling at me because she was one of the front office ladies' moms. And she was like, you're doing it wrong. There's too many bubbles. And I was like, it's fucking free. It's free.
Yo, bitch, it's toner.
Well, then people are coming up and they're like, oh, what is this? And then people are like, is this free? And I'm like, I fucking hope so because I've been giving it to everyone. So, of course, like I'm joking around cracking and I have a huge line. People want free toner.
People want to be made fun of by Joy.
So I run out of all the witch hazel and I go up to the front office girl and I was like, hey, do we have any more witch hazel? And she's like, yeah, and she's like, holy shit, you used all of that? And I was like, yeah, I'm fucking popular. And she's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think people were going to like it. And I was like, they didn't until you put me behind it. And then fucking, psh. So then they put me behind the bar.
You're like, so I fucking got toner. I'll take this shit down.
I'm fucking pouring. I'm like, I am a klutz. I am not good at pouring. Also, it's a wine bar. I don't drink wine.
She can barely give hand jobs.
Do you know how much money I've been bringing in lately? Fucking tell me I don't know how to do hand jobs. Fuck you, Jonathan.
Whoa, did you just admit to doing something funny at your little studio?
Allegedly.
You're like going to get...
I have a magic button.
You're going to get undercovers.
They can come as long as they fucking... Well, they not come, but stop.
They can come, but not come. Yeah, I saw the ultimate costume the other day on Reddit. It was a lady, and she had a name tag with Eileen, and she had...
I fucking showed that to you.
Oh, I saw it again.
Anyway.
I saw another one. Go.
So it's a wine bar. I know nothing about wine. So people are like, what do you have in a white? And I'm all,
I know it doesn't taste good.
You stepped all over my punchline just now.
What do you have that's white?
Me. You just fucking ruin everything.
Yeah, well, that's my fucking job. If my shit's ruined, your shit's ruined.
So anyway, so I'm pouring. Apparently, you're not supposed to pour up to the rim, but fucking I did. And so everybody loves me.
Yeah, you're supposed to only like pour like an.
Oh, I was all.
You're all. Do you want some more?
Oh, I had people coming all so they're all coming, right? So then one of the ladies was going to, so they were doing demonstrations of everything they do at the spa, because it's also a medical spa. So they were doing like injections and blah, 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 blah. Well, they were doing cool sculpting. So the lady who was doing they were going to let demonstrate on, she had a hernia, so she couldn't get it. So she runs out to me and she's like, Joy, I can't get cool sculpting. You fucking go. And this is like $1,000 service, like above 1,000. And I'm all, free fucking cool sculpting? Yes, please. So I start walking in and the owner and I make eye contact. And he was like, okay, so we need the cool sculpting model. And that same lady who kept yelling at me because I was pouring the toner wrong steps in front of me and goes, I'll do it.
So she was the one that like merged into traffic like a douchebagger.
And got the 1,000th customer or whatever. And I'm all,
son of a bitch.
Now here's the thing. Not only because the demonstrations went so long, not only did she get free cool sculpting on her stomach, they also did her legs and her arms. So she got a full body cool sculpting, which had to be like $5,000 plus for free. Because she stepped in front of me. And I'm all...
She cut you off. You should punch her next time.
So then I'm at the bar.
Want me to fight her?
No. We're done with that. So then I'm at the bar and I'm pouring. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they've got me pouring. And I'm a fucking klutz and I know nothing about toner. Oh, that was another one of my jokes. I'm like, oh, it's toner. And they're like, oh, well, what's toner? I'm like, well, I just Googled it and found out today. So I'm like cracking jokes. So anyway, I'm talking to this lady and I was like, yeah, like they have me pouring toner. Now they have me pouring wine. I know nothing about wine and blah, blah, blah. Come to find out I'm talking to one of the owner's wives. Just cracking her up.
And getting her hammered.
Yeah. So then there's a girl who works there and she's fucking adorable, but she is also into that Jesus guy. Bing, bing, bing. So her husband is also into Jesus.
Well, you think if one is, the other one probably is
like,
too, because it's like, you know, if you're
they've
with a
only
vegan,
seen
you're
each other's
probably
dirty
a vegan
spots.
too. They've never even looked at them.
No. Well, they have 2 kids, so, but whatever.
Well, yeah, they just lay on. They missionary.
So
just lay there.
And just soak it in. So anyway,
kids, jump on the bed.
Brody, chaperone Brody. So anyway, he comes over and he's like, hey, I heard you were a comedian. I'm like, what the fuck is who's fucking telling you this shit? And he's like, I really like Christian comedy.
You're like, wrong comedy.
So I go, I've had this joke forever, and I'm sure other people tell it too because it's very parallel thinking, but whatever. I thought of it in my head, not to say other people haven't thought about it in their head. So whatever, that's parallel thinking. So anyway, I go, why did Jesus have to take showers? He's like, I don't know why. And I go, because every time he tried to step in the bathtub, he just walked on water. John, he laughed like I was fucking Eddie Murphy and delirious.
He goes home, Googles Joy, comes up with your books, comes up with our podcast, comes up. He's like, oh my God.
Listener number 69.
Like he secretly like starts writing to us like, listener 69. Hey, I really enjoy this.
Why is John
God bless.
recording?
God bless.
I mean, just kidding. Devil rules. Woo!
Be a rebel.
Just kidding. We don't like the devil. Oh, please don't send me. So anyway, so he laughs so hard. I look behind me to see if something funny happened behind me. So then he calls his wife over. Babe! 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 And I'm all,
you gotta hear this joke.
And he goes, and then he looks at me and he goes, I'll give you credit for it. And I'm all, all right, soldier. So then she comes over and he goes, babe.
And he tells the joke.
He goes, why did Jesus have to take a shower? And she looks at me, dead ass eyes, and she goes, this is your doing. And I'm like, and she goes, why do I feel like I'm about to sin right now? And I'm all, oh man, if that's the only sinning you're doing, baby, like, oh.
You are talking to the devil then.
So he says the punchline, and she laughs like she watched Eddie Murphy in Raw. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then she goes, I have to text my church group.
Your joke has gone buck wild through the local churches. It's going to go, you know what?
We're going to hear it in our living room.
Their kids are going to come over and they're going to be like, listen. And you're going to be like, yeah, I know I wrote that shit. How funny, though, is like, they go back and they're like, Joy Eileen.
But see, they know me. They don't know Eileen. They know Barnett. So it'll be different. It'll be your mom.
Joy Barnett. Jonathan, what's that?
They're going to find your mom.
Joy and John. Oh, wife gives you hump. Remember that time I touched your butthole? It's like,
remember that time I touched your butthole?
No.
That's right. You were sleeping.
Yeah, it's cool. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at.
Yeah. And yeah, the other things were said at the wedding.
We should, you know what? We should just like start writing down some quotes when we go to these things. Just quotes. Just when you hear somebody say something, just write down their quote and then just like start other quotes we heard at the. I'm going to do that when we do our thing in whatchamacallit.
Oh, that's
I know.
right.
We'll do that at the end.
Okay. Also, though. Okay, so quotes I've heard throughout the couple weeks, not anywhere in particular. Let's just put it that way. Quotes I've heard from the open houses, because we did an open house at Spoilage. Quotes I've heard at everywhere. My two favorite are they're growing their hymen back for the Lord.
Oh, my.
And that person is cool, but they need to pull the cross out of their butt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why'd you get all crazy on religion all this?
I didn't. Those were things I've heard. And I'm all, whoa. I need to write. Honestly, the first thing I thought is, those are going in books.
So.
Yes.
So anyway, so we have some exciting big news.
And fuck you. You go crazy on religion, too. I've had to, like, calm down, John.
Don't you yell at me.
So don't
you yell at me.
Those are my quotes.
You know what happens when people yell at me?
What,
I get in trouble.
They touch their butthole?
I get in trouble.
You are trouble. And I'm crazy.
You've always been the wild one, and you're with the fucking troublemaker. Fucking asshole. God, I dislike it. Anyway.
Why do you dislike Ed? Poor Ed.
I don't know.
Okay, go.
Anyway, we got some exciting news for our podcast and in the future here. So there's plenty of time coming up. But come June, we'll be in San Diego, and we are doing a live podcast in June. We'll be down there for a book signing for Joy. They've asked us to be part of that with our podcast. So I'm not sure if it's pre or post day. It's like we're doing like a post day show.
Not post day. It's post signing.
I know, like post signing, like later before their party night, they're gonna have a little hour session of listening to us talk smack about everybody that was there that day and who we're gonna laugh at and make fun of and not make fun of, and we may have a couple guests pop in and talk about their books, or I might make fun of them. Or
we might bring the models in.
Oh, yeah, I got to make fun of them.
Yes.
Because I can't beat them up, so I got to make fun of them.
Yes, it's going to be
No, it'll be fun. So if
tickets
you're
are on sale.
If you were in San Diego, I mean, normally this kind of event we would do free, but this is also part of the book signing event. So it's $15 for the event setup thing.
And, okay, but not only do you get to come see the live podcast for $15, you also get, like, we're giving away, like, free swag bags. So there's
tons of swag bags. There's going to be prizes and stuff
yeah,
like
we're going to
that.
do giveaways. It's going to be a freaking
It'll be a lot
blast.
of fun. And if you've listened to us long enough, you know it'll come off the rails at some point.
Joy will be drunk unless somebody...
And John will be dealing with it. So... yeah, so San Diego, if you're in the area, come check us out. Or if you want to take a little drive and come down and see us, that would be awesome too. We will be live and we will be uncensored as usual.
And then
that's in June, by the way.
That's June.
So you got plenty of time to think about that. That's like 7 months away, 8 months.
And then June 20, or no, I don't know what month, but okay, so that's June 2024, and then 2025. There is going to be a ginormous convention, and John and I will be doing a live podcast in 2025 as well at their convention.
Oh, Right on.
So,
as long as this one goes swimmingly.
Well, this one will go amazing, but then I really think Burbank will be cool because Burbank is more of the homies out
And we can
here.
get a lot of the locals to come watch. We'll pack that place out.
Yes.
Yeah. So
We
anyway.
are capping it right now. So get your tickets. Yeah, it's going to be a fucking blast, and you will get free shit. And yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably be throwing alcohol out to everybody.
Yeah.
I have plans.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. So yeah, and it is 21 and older. We did make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So no allegedly 17-year-olds.
No. Well, he'd be 18 by then. Holy shit. Okay, Lick Clit Surprise.
Yep. Check us out. And,
Email us at
if you want
whenwifegivesyolemons@gmail.com
Yep.
or say stuff on the YouTube. We super
Facebook,
appreciate
any of
that. John still hasn't farted, so yay! Bye.
Oh, I almost farted. I almost farted. Like I felt one in there. I was all no way. The timing was almost perfect. But now it's going to be at the end of the day. Thanks for listening.